Hello, YouTube and Facebook. Just checking in one final time about this is all about the election. So if you don't want to hear political stuff, just pass it on by. But right after this, we'll be back and then we'll talk politics. Hello, YouTube and Facebook. I'm back, and today we're going to discuss the election 2020. This is not going to be a very long video, so I'm just going to get straight into the point. As you can tell by my hat. Oh, here, let me get this one other thing, because I forgot it. Hold on. Let's see here. We gotta get this because we need this too. There we go. I'm back. There. I voted. There we go. I didn't put it on yet. I guess I could put it right here, but I just wanted to make sure that, I got it up close so you could see. There we go. Yes, I voted. I guess I'm a traditionalist because I waited till today to go vote. And I'm glad I did, because here in Ohio, here in Columbus, there's only one place you could went early voted, and the lines were like really long and all that. So I decided to wait till today, and I got right in and right out. No issues. Hopefully my vote, well, all votes matter, no matter what. So, I mean, even if you think, like, well, if you listen to the fake news, Biden is way ahead, he's going to landslide. No, he's going to slide, all right. He's going to, but, as you could definitely tell who I voted for. I'm not ashamed to admit, I voted for Trump. Yes, I did. And hopefully he has 4 more years. And that's because if, we let good old creepy Joe in, there's going to be a lot of things happen. He and Kamala, they want to turn this into a socialist country. So we have to get out and vote. If you haven't voted, get out and vote. No matter who you want to vote for, even if you vote for Biden. But I don't know why you would do that, but that's completely your choice. Now, the only time I have issue with people saying they're voting for Biden is to say that's because we want to get, as they call him, the orange man, or, Trump. Well, and I actually had one person tell me, well, I don't think Biden would be a good president, but I'm going to vote for him anyway just because I don't want Donald Trump in there. And that is the dumbest reason ever to vote. I'm sorry. That's just my honest opinion. If you're going to vote, you really do need to do research. And when I say research, I mean, watch more than, just one news, network. Like, for example, I already knew going in, when all this stuff began, I knew going in who I wanted back in. Because all the Democratic, people, all the ones that were running back in the day, none of them did a thing for me. And then we got Biden. But you just got to do research. And you may not like Trump, but you got to like what he's done. I mean, it's just plain and simple. You got to like what he's done for our country. We had the biggest economic growth in years than ever, almost, for at least for a long time, until the China virus came, and that was not his fault. Although if some of the CNNers out there Oh, well, he didn't act soon enough. Well, he closed the borders on January 31st to China. He said, we're shutting her down, despite even some people in his, cabinet saying, don't do that so quick. Well, let's wait and see. And of course, Biden got up there the day after he did that, or a day or so after that, he tweeted, Trump is a xenophobic, basically a germ freak. I think that's what xenophobic means. I don't know for sure. But he called Trump a xenophobic, and and he was overreacting and all this stuff. You had Nancy Pelosi out there in San Francisco, out there in Chinatown. Oh, this virus isn't anything. Come on out and party with me. Well, the only way I could party with her is if I was completely drunk and didn't know what the hell I was doing. And then when it did grab a hold of our country, unfortunately, and, as Donald Trump would put it, even one death is one too many, with the virus. But if he would not have shut it up like he did, the border to China, we would have had a lot more cases in here, and there would have been a lot more deaths. But, now Biden is going around saying, well, he didn't do enough. He didn't act quick enough. Well, when he did act early, you called him a xenophobic. So, Biden is a liar, just plain and simple. And the one thing that really turned me off, too, was, now, let me see if I can explain this. In my opinion, and I think a lot of other people's opinion, I know Donald Trump did this too, and that is, when you go to pick your running mate, your vice president, you don't pick them because of their gender or their race. You pick them because you think, that they're going to work with you, the chemistry and, all that. That's why you pick a running mate, like your vice president. Biden didn't. He already said, well, I'm picking my vice president because I'm going to pick a woman, and I'm going to pick her because she's black. And you don't do that. You pick them because they're going to make you look good. You want people to make you look good and be willing to work with you, and and all that. But he didn't do that. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having a woman president or vice president, or a black president or a black vice president. You should pick your running, your vice president, though, because they know what they're doing. Now, Kamala Harris, she dropped out of the presidential race, long before, Biden was even picked, because she was boring. You don't pick somebody like that. If it would have been me, I would have picked whoever was the last one running, the last person standing before they nominated him. He got the nomination. But that's, or pick somebody that is, like I said, is going to work with you. But he didn't do that. So, but, Trump has to win. He has to. Not only just because of our country. We want to keep our country, and we don't want a socialist country. The Democrats, they want to take God out of everything. Even during their Democratic National Convention, when they did the Pledge of Allegiance, they said one nation, indivisible. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that they forgot, they forgot something important after one nation, and between one nation and indivisible. Oh, under God, one nation under God. See, they left that out, so they kind of showed their hand there. Of course, most people, know that anyway. But, they didn't do it once, they did it twice. So, that explains a lot. It's just all their, saying stuff like all the rioters, those are Trump supporters. which is a line of crap. If they were Trump supporters, why did they harass people like Jim Jordan and Dan Bongino after the Republican National Convention? Like when they had the big thing there, and Trump accepted his re-election, or whatever you want to call it. But and then they harassed him afterwards. Now, why would Trump have people harass his guests? Man, my eyes watering. Sorry. Why would he do that? And why are all the rioting and looting going on in Democrat-run cities? Look at New York. Look at Chicago. Or even like governors like Wisconsin, California. And so, I mean, just think about it. That's all you have to do. But I mean, pretty sure by now everybody knows who they're going to vote for, whether it be Biden or Trump. But like I said, I want us to keep America, and and there's a lot that Donald Trump has done. We had the big increase, at 33.1. Buying was up, everything was up. So our country is coming back, but Biden wants to shut everything down. He wants everything shut down. And until, probably, as Trump would put it, that means next year there'd be no Easter, no Christmas, no Thanksgiving, no Halloween, no 4th of July. We already did that this year, and it's no fun. This has been a really sucky year. And so and now we're starting to turn around, and come back. Now, I'm not saying that the coronavirus isn't out there, because it is. Obviously, I know a couple people, I've actually known 3 people that's had it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, 4 people. Maybe even more, who knows? And and I do, whenever I go out, I don't like wearing a mask, but I will wear one whenever I go into a business, because they want, and it's not, wearing a mask really is not really anything against you. It's it's in respect of other people, like where you should really wear a mask, just even for other people, other people being at ease, make them at ease or whatever. And hopefully we get through all this mask nonsense here pretty soon. That's just me. I hope we do. I hope we get back to a normal life. I missed not having a 4th of July this year, and Christmas and all that. Halloween was different this year. But, we got to get Trump back in there for 4 more years. We cannot let Joe Biden and Kamala in there. Because, when Donald Trump and the Republicans got Amy Coney Barrett put in there into the Supreme Court, Democrats, Chuck Schumer, he's, Mr. Magoo, that guy's a goof. He goes, well, one day, our day will come. And, he just gave this, looked over at him or whatever. And it's like, dude, whatever. He goes, but when we get control and, we're going to do this and the stuff that they want to do is unconstitutional. Even when Ruth, I can't remember what her last name was now, the former judge there that Amy replaced, when she was in, she said even stacking the courts is not a wise idea. We should leave it at 9. But you got Mr. Magoo and Adam Schiff and all that, and they're saying, well, we're going to stack the courts. We're going to make Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico legal states so we can get some more Democrats in there. That's stacking the courts. We can't allow them to do that. So not only is the presidential, the election, important for our president, but it's also we got to keep Republicans in the House and in the Senate. The Senate, the majority is Republican. The House is majority Democrat. We got to get a majority Republican into the House as well, so we don't have to go through another impeachment farce like we did last year about this time. You know, that was a big joke. So, I mean, it was strictly partisan until it got to the House, and then we had one, I think it was one Republican that voted to impeach him, but, you know, he kind of made up for it. He only made up for it during the Supreme Court. So, I wouldn't say all is forgiven, but, you know, at least he redeemed himself. So, anyway, get out and vote if you haven't. Hopefully you're voting red. And it's pretty bad these days. You know, I really wanted to wear my Trump hat when I went and voted. But being in Columbus, you know, it's a good way to get your head shot off. You know, people get really pissy with you if you don't vote the way they want. And, you know, not to mention all the other stuff that Biden has, you know, which if that would have been Trump's son, man, CNN, MSNBC, or MSDNC as Sean Hannity calls them, but all of them would have been all over it. Oh, man, Donald Trump Jr., you know, had business with China, blah, 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 blah. But when Hunter does it, then, nope, they don't, you know, they don't say a word about it hardly. So, it's not who you know. But anyway, get out there and vote. And I hope everybody does get out and vote. Make your vote be heard, even if you are voting for sliding Biden. And I call him sliding Biden because he's sliding down on the polls. So hopefully we have a big red tsunami this year. And then, and look at it this way: if Trump wins, then that's going to give CNN and all these other fake news outlets some more, you know, like 4 more years that they can make up shit like they did the last 4 years. So look at it this way: even if you don't like Trump, if you want to keep CNN around, vote for Trump. That way they'll have at least something to talk about then, you know. But they won't have anything to talk about if Trump doesn't get in. So, you know, vote for Trump if you want to keep CNN and MSDNC or MSNBC, whatever you want to call them. So, yeah, look at it that way. So, anyway, I am going to get ready and bail out. So, I will see you all on the flip side. Vote red. Vote now. And by the way, you guys, whoever watches this video, remember to like it. Whoops. Remember to like it, comment, and subscribe. And then hit that notification bell if you like my video and want to see more content. Because I do all kinds. I'm getting ready to get a new gadget, and I'm going to do a video review of that here pretty shortly. So, you know, like I said, I do all kinds of videos. Some political, a lot, you know, some on video games, kitchen gadgets. So, get out there and vote. Or get out, try this again. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So, alright. I will see you all later. Get out there and vote. Vote red. I'm proud to be an American, like Lee Greenwood said. Peace.